Today's date, September 27th, early in the morning. I woke up with stuff on my mind. I don't know why it came to my forefront. I mean, obviously it came to my forefront because it needs to be talked about and I need to release it and let it go. And not realizing that okay, we all already know that I didn't realize that I've been holding on to a lot of shit, so. This is a heavy topic, so if you're sensitive, just be prepared. If you guys see that I'm still here and I'm okay and I'm living, what happened to me in the past, I survived, so please don't pick up this energy for yourself. I'm releasing this energy. Don't pick it up. Let it go too. Because this piece, the pieces that I've held on to, inadvertently hurt others, and I didn't mean to. So, please, again, don't take this and hold on to it. Oh God, I don't even know. Let me think. I was 15. Now I know why it's resonating. Now I know why it's hitting. Oh yeah. Okay. So I've been doing some healing work with not just myself, but I guess I haven't, there's no guess. I have been provoking it in others around me, but not like on like a higher purpose, not like it's to rock them. It's to serve. Hang on, I'm going to try to set this down. I'm holding it because I'm at a different location now. How about that? Sorry, it's dark and I'm not turning on the light. It's bright still. Give me a second. I gotta go back. Where was I going? I know I was saying something, and then when I do that, sometimes I forget the train of thought what I was saying. So, what I'm about to share is, why? Now I'm registering why. So, provoking others without realizing it. And, not purposely, like, not trying to stir the pot, but I'm setting boundaries within myself. And so those boundaries, I'm staying firm to them. If I'm feeling a certain way and very uncomfortable with an energy connection, such as my child, my parents, family, clients, anybody, just any form of connection. If you have an energy exchange, if you talk or cross paths, that's an energy exchange. So the people that are in my energy circle, I am willing to set that boundary and stay firm to it and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I'm asking or approaching of some sort and trying to get, just staying firm with that boundary without trying to hurt others. So, my oldest and I had some healing and we're working on it. And that's one of my goals, is to continue to heal myself and the girls. It's hard. It's hard when I have two different scenarios going on. Well, more than just two, but the reality of facing myself at 2 different ages. And oh God, when I was my oldest's age and I heard like other people say that, like, oh, when you have children, you're facing yourself. And I'd be like, shut up. Those are your children. They're not you. Like, it's not like that. Like, I always see people as individuals, always have, until literally I have, see, I turned the music down and I lost my train of thought. Energy. People in my my oldest and I on some healing, and we're releasing and working on it, and that's my focus. And so anyways, this coming back into my forefront as to why is because this involved a healing process with my oldest. So I mean, I struck a nerve, not struck a nerve, I shouldn't say it like that, struck the trauma chord, because that's ultimately what it is. Like that, it's the trauma chord. When people say, oh, you struck a nerve, well, it's that trauma chord. So not everyone knows, like when you hear the word nerve, like people be like, oh. But if like we legit used the proper verbiage and educated people and started having people see this perspective, live by this perspective, and I know people are, and it's just mind-blowing. And it's like, why did it take me this long to figure it out? Well, because no one was able to educate me on it, because they didn't have the education. Or if they did have the education and then they didn't share it with me, then okay, whatever. That's on them. But I have this now, and this is what's working for me, and I'm going to continue on with this perspective. My belief, because it's what's working for me. It's my life, whether you like it or not. So it tied to because my oldest was releasing some stuff that she had pent up about me, and I wanted her to. And I'm going to continue pushing for that because I want her to let it out. I want it. I do. I know that sounds weird, but she wrote this long, we had a moment, and sometimes we can't communicate together in the same room because we're both healing, and our energies will collide, and it's not fair for either one of us. So she was able to message me this and her feelings, and I read it, and as I was reading it, I was feeling the emotion, but then at the end of it, I took a deep breath and I was like, she has every right to feel that way. She definitely does. And I yeah. And so after reading that and just everything that's the stir pot of why this has been in my forefront is because she's at that age where this happened to me. Near the age. I was about 15, 16. I was 15. I wasn't driving yet. So I don't know if I even honestly shared it here yet. So if I have, and I'm acting like this is my first time sharing it, it's obviously still an issue with me. So, or I have spoke about it before to other people and I don't remember, and I'm thinking I shared it here. I don't remember. But, this goes back to along the lines of the other post of it happens everywhere. I was 15, and one of my friends at that time was staying at a military base home, rental home. It's like a weekend, I forget what they're called, but they're basically for like military families that come and visit, and then they can rent it for like the week or weekend, I think, and then you leave. And so my girlfriend, well, my friend was just a girl, was staying there for because she got kicked out of her house and she was having issues with her family. And me, being me and the friend that I am, I went to go be with her. But also knowing to go to the place where I was going to be with her, knowing that I was putting myself in an environment of men and women. Like, I was going to be with her, hang out with her, also enjoy the company surrounding. It's just a gathering, but it wasn't huge. I ended up staying there, and in that time frame that I stayed there and stayed the night, a lot happened. I was drugged. I don't remember everything. But from what I recall, there were 4 soldiers and my girlfriend and I that were only there. And with the intoxication and the drugs, I was abused and taken advantage and raped, however you would like to see it, by all of them. By all 4 of them. I'm sorry, I should not say my friend. I honestly, she don't recall anything happening to her. She don't recall telling anything doing to me. We never really talked fully on about details. I woke up that morning and I didn't know what happened. I woke up and I was violated and I was confused. And I set myself in that environment. I wanted to go be with a friend because she was going through something. And I wanted to be that comfort. And then, like, I also wanted to be a part of, you know, adult life. Like, like I felt like, that was an adult move into making, taking care of a friend. Like, being there for a friend. At that age, I wasn't, I mean, I was, you know what I mean? I was 15, so I was going into the adult life. So that's how I guess that's why I'm feeling like I felt like that was like what I needed to do for my friend is go and be with her. But I also put myself in that situation in the sense of I see it now where it's like I walked right into it. And I'm not saying I deserve that because I didn't. But when you put yourself in those situations, and you're around other hurt people, shit's gonna happen. And so it just ties to where my oldest asked, where she was like, anytime I try to ask to go somewhere with somebody and I'm trying to make new friends and I say like a new name, she said that I get like clemmed up, like I get like who's that, this, that. And I'm like I understand because I didn't tell her this, but I'm understanding why, because I'm like, I don't trust, I want to know who you're gonna be with and what they're like. Yeah, because I had dumb stupid thoughts and thinking that I wanted to go and make a new friend and You know what I'm saying? And then here I go, and I got abused and raped by 4 fucking soldiers. And I had to live with the aftermath, and I'm still living with the aftermath. Here I am, 41 years old. And I was 15 when that happened. And it's still there. Not that it's like something I don't hold on to. It's not like images that I'm like, oh, I've been this, I've been that. And it's just like, I put myself in that situation to be there for somebody else. And had I really, I think, just been more alert and aware of what was going on in my life and healed myself, then I see that a lot of shit in my life wouldn't have happened. Because when you are unhealed, you make dumb choices. And I'm not saying they're like so dumb. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they're like dumb choices. Oh, excuse me. As you see, I'm not in excruciating trauma pain, talking about it and knowing that happened to me. It's not something I'm like, I don't want to say proud of, but you know, when people say, oh, this happened to me before, it's not something to be like, oh yeah, I was getting raped by 4 guys before and don't recall it. Like, had to go through the process afterwards of trying. I mean, there was a whole ordeal about it. We went, my mom was going to, she asked if I wanted to press charges, and I went to, God, I forget the name. It's not, the CIA, the military investigations. I had to go to them and make a report with all of them, all of their names. I personally did not press charges at that age. I didn't go to therapy. I was fine. I told myself, I'm fine. I'm fine. It is what it is, type thing. Stuffed it. Fuck. Don't stuff shit, y'all. Get it out. Don't stuff it. That stuffing is causing you so much turmoil you would not believe. Whether we have 2 different beliefs or not, I promise you, everything is energy. Thoughts are energy. And so, yeah, what I went through, I survived it. And parts of me thinks that because of being drugged, that takes the the physical visuals of it out to where I don't recall exactly like that, like the details, because some people can go through a trauma situation and be able to go through the details and work it out. Not being able to remember all the detail, I mean, I understand some things. I don't like a lot of my things. I'm not that detailed in the sense of giving you guys what partaked. But this incident, what I was trying to get to is like, it doesn't flash to me often. I'm not saying that I'm not affected by it. I know I'm affected by it because here it is. And like I said, I'm not affected by it often. Occasionally, it'll be a mention or whatnot. So, here it is. I'm letting it out. Gonna continue to heal and grow. Um, I was just thinking, I was like, it is everywhere. When I say it's everywhere, it's everywhere. I don't know if I shared that incident with you, but there's another incident. Another sexual traumatizing incident. Justice was not served. I didn't push to press charges. I spoke about it very little after, and to the person that I was there with, and it's never been brought up since. So far as whatever happened to them, I don't know. And at this point, I don't care because I do believe in karma. Oh, karma is very real. And if they have yet to receive their karma, which it's been, let's see, how many years is that? I'm pretty sure it's coming soon because I'm speaking it. So because I have this in the forefront, if they have yet to receive their karma, they're gonna. That's just how law of attraction works. So that's been my life, by the way. So when I realized that, like a lot of my majority of my life of certain things, it's just I look back at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish like the perspective was open wider, like the glasses, like, so some people like take the rose glasses off or whatever. Yes, I wish I could share my perspective with the people that are affected by it. Just so, I'm not saying that I want you to live by it and see it and breathe it and whatnot, but just to understand this perspective. To realize that you're unbrainwashing yourself. It's pretty cool. Anyways. I'm smiling and like I'm just like I just shared a pretty that's thick. And I'm okay. You see that? I'm not holding anything in. I'm sitting here feeling this. I'm like, okay, am I really holding anything back? Am I not letting it out? This is the time to let it out. Let it go. I don't know. Parts of me would like to see. Maybe, no, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just sitting here trying to think. I'm trying to feel it. So I'm like, maybe parts of me wants to see reaching out to my friend and talking to her about it. If she would be willing to. And then again, that goes back to not everybody wants to hear what you have to deal with. You know what I mean? What you're going through. But then again, this is something she went through as well. So maybe, I don't know. But I'm not, I don't feel like I held on to it in the sense that everything that happened to me, I think it's just because I just know that it happens everywhere. And if you're an unhealthy and not in the right state of mind, and I'm not talking about the drugs or not, I'm talking about in the right state of the mind, of the health, the mental state, you won't put yourself, how do I explain this? Because I know it happens everywhere. But you won't put yourself in that situation, and you won't stay in that situation. If that makes sense. Like, yeah. It's because I worry. And I need to release that worry of her making those choices and being out and about and her being hurt. That's really ultimately why I don't want to say defensive, but amped up as to when she asked me to go to, like, it was a couple weeks ago or something. She asked me to go to lunch with a guy. And when I heard it, it was just her alone. And it was hard. And so I need to work on that, and I need to release, because she's feeling a certain way and feels that she can't ask me to go places because I just want to keep her. I don't want to say I want to keep her in, but it's just like I voiced my opinion of like, well, I asked questions. And I guess because of my past, those questions come out aggressive, and like she takes it in a certain way and feels that I'm angry at her. And it's not that I'm angry at her, it's just that I want to be affirmative so she understands the seriousness of just taking a risk out with somebody that I barely know, barely heard their name. This is it. You know what I'm saying? If it's like she says, when there are other people that they're like her main friends that she circles in her life a lot, that I don't stress, because it's like I know their demeanor. I know that they, for the most part, won't sit there and allow something bad to happen to her. So, yeah, that's honestly where it is. It's because I feel comfortable and safe with those other main circle friends. And then when she brings new people, new faces, new names in, it's like I know she needs to branch out. She wants to and make new friends. And I understand that. But I was her before. And doing that put me in a lot of situations. Gang raped by 4 guys in one night. And I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm being real. Being blunt about it. Because I put myself in that situation. Because I wanted to be there. Because I wanted to go out and be with my friend. So that's why. I'll let this do a little bit more, but I don't feel, honestly, that incident that, I mean, it was a scenario, yes, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to feel this. I'm trying to release. I'm trying to see if there is. But right now, I'm not feeling like, or sad, or I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling that I'm sharing this because a lot of people don't know the depths of sexual abuse, rape that I've been through. So yes, I am sensitive. I am aggressive in many ways surrounding the area in any form of connection to it. Like my daughters wanting to be around a boy, even a girl. Like, I don't care. My children know they're privates and no one's to touch them. No one, they know that if they're in a very uncomfortable situation, that they don't have to sit there, that they can get up and leave. They need to get up and leave. Don't sit there and sit through someone else's pain and trauma because it's forced. You know what I mean? Like, for going back to me laying next to my friend while she was being abused by her stepdad. And now that I recall it, I remember making a move and I went whack when I rolled over and I threw my arm out on him that night, and that's when he left. So actually, now that I go back and I'm like I spoke about it how long ago, and because of that, like I said, things still brew. And so that kicked back and I was like, I remember making a like I rolled over and threw my arm up, like I was just acting like I was sleeping. And that's when I brushed him away and he left. But see, that's what I'm saying. My children know, don't sit in that. Don't sit in someone else's pain. Say something, speak up. That's my goal, to teach them, educate them, have been, and will continue to do so. And heal at the same time. All right, looks like my time's getting ready to run out. So this was on here in my mind this morning. I wanted to jump on, get rid of it, spit it out, and say C'est la vie. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to continue doing this. This is awesome, honestly. I mean, there's days that are hard as fuck. Like, ugh. But then there's days that it's just like, yes, yes, you go, girl. To myself. Okay. I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for being here and listening to my journey. Love and light to each and every single one of you, but most of all, to myself.